the ladies on The View now have to deal with inflation. They have to talk about, and that is just, whoa, that is scary to hear these people talk about inflation because they don't know what they're talking about. I mean, really don't know what they're talking about. And so when they start talking about the Fed or money printing or inflation, well, it gets a little dicey and a little scary to the point where they're conservative. They're so-called conservative on the panel, who's not really a conservative at all. I mean, I think she used to work for Ted Cruz. Is that right? And then she became like a never Trumper. And so now she's like really popular in the media. I don't know. I don't know her. But she started basically arguing for price controls at grocery stores. And like Whoopi's sort of like, yeah, I don't think Joe can do that. She's like trying to defend Joe. But simultaneously, when the conversation starts going towards price controls, we're going right back to the 1930s and FDR, ladies and gentlemen. Take it away. Disney owned ABC's The View.
What I hear when I talk to undecideds is the grocery bills are...
Yes, but if people knew civics, they would know that that's not his... Listen, he doesn't...
There are absolutely things that Biden can do to address it, and grocery prices have jumped 25% over 4 years.
What can he do?
Hang on real quick. This is the reality. It's the most immediate and repetitive thing. You have to buy groceries every week.
We get that. We get all of that. But the question is, what do you want him to do? Because what can he do?
He can challenge the major grocery chains if he wants to. There are things that he can do with that. He can encourage the Fed to do.
Can he take them to court?
So far, we're in a free country.
I would say,
let her answer.
No, there are a number of things that can be done, but to just say, I wash my hands, that's not my problem, you can't afford groceries.
Can he take them to court? Because
no, it's not a matter of taking them to court.
I see what you're saying. Even as campaigning on things like that helps, because I think also making room for immigration would be helpful here. One of the things, if you're looking towards the election, if you want to grab people and get them voting, immigration is one of the most agreed upon problems.
But here's the problem. He goes and he takes care of what he's supposed to be taking care of, which is the bridge and how to open. Hold on,
I don't think that's what Ron Klain was saying. He was talking about him going to ribbon cutting the infrastructure projects. I get it might have sounded toned down with the bridge.
But here's the thing. You know, people are bitching if he does stuff. They bitch if he doesn't do stuff. Listen, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But I'm pissed off. I'll tell you,
Americans are spending 11% of their income on food.
I'm an American. I'm a little pissed off about having over-the-price stuff. But I tell you what I'm really pissed off about. I'm really pissed off that people seem to think that the American citizen is a wallet where you can just get your hand in there. That's what I want to talk. I want to talk about why the people in New Jersey now are facing not just getting the prices raised on the buses and trains. No, this is on the Jersey side.
Yeah, I know,
now.
But it's all part of the same.
But the congestion pricing isn't making me as nuts as...
I just want to underscore, because I think it's a fair point. There's not like one box he can check and suddenly grocery prices go down. That would be ridiculous to suggest. But what is being told by advisors is you need to speak to what people are feeling. You need to speak to this very real reality. I make a lot of money. I put a red onion back the other day because it was $4.99. That's ridiculous.
Okay. And by the way, our thanks to Newsbusters for cutting that clip. Oh my gosh. I mean, that was like all over the place. All right. A lot of different themes going on. And then at some point, one of them comes in and you heard her say, well, you know, maybe we could go back to immigration I don't think that's going to work for him. Inflation is what it is. And his problem is he doesn't understand basic economics. And because he doesn't understand basic economics and has frankly no appreciation for what everyday Americans are actually up against, he's going to lose on that every single day. And so that one on the right there was recommending that he come up with price control ideas, you know, tell the grocery stores, hey, you can't charge this much. Then they can't sell, okay? Rob and I over at 76 Research, you know, my co-founder there, we've looked at this data. And when you actually look at the top retailers in the United States, like the Costco's of the world, et cetera, what you actually find is that their profitability margins have actually been squeezed. So it's not like they're making more money in this environment. Inflation hasn't really helped them. They haven't been able to come through with more pricing power. Why? Because they're having to pay more for the cost of goods. So if you pay more for the cost of goods, it gets transferred on to the consumer. And you can only transfer so much. At some point, your margin as a producer starts to get reduced. And that's just how it works. And yet these people over there on The View, they don't understand that. And the people in our administration don't understand it. Heck, I don't even think the people at the U.S. Treasury Department understand it, frankly.